Reason number 392 why my academy will never consider itself a part of any jiu-jitsu community. All centralization is a reduction of individual agency. That's a pretty, I would say, non-controversial statement. When we participate collectively in some sort of pseudo-community, and I'm not going to rehash the community versus culture, dichotomy that I made a video about before, but one of the things you will see with the Marxist types is they not only want to not be respectful, they don't want to follow any level of formality, but the irony is, on the other side of it, they want there to be respect and some degree of formal acknowledgement of a community identity, because they're the ones who get to influence that. In that community versus culture video, I said that the people who are looking to turn a culture into some sort of community, some centralized identity, are usually the people who are trying to control it. And that's what you see with these types. Martial arts students that refuse to bow, like, it's their right. But what I would say to school owners, these young people who refuse to bow, who refuse to follow any degree of formal training, not only are they disconnected from the true nature of what martial arts is supposed to prepare one for, but it is also a dilemma that a lot of school owners find themselves in, because they're somehow debating whether they should follow what is best for the culture in their school and what makes them the most money, which is one of the ironies that I've observed over 20 years of owning a school. You'll get a school owner who will look to accommodate these loud, whiny cunts and cowards in their school, and they'll argue that it's for business that they're doing it. I'm doing this because it is the right business thing to do. I am a provider of a service, and I need to accommodate the customers and the consumers of said service. Well, here's the thing. If you want to be a sort of 7-Eleven, the irony, it's being called McDojo, is this idea of, this cookie cutter, identity. Well, what is the McDojo? Is the McDojo the school that serves a lesser product, which we would say, McDonald's is a restaurant, a fast food restaurant that serves a lesser product? Or are we using McDojo to insinuate that they are a cookie cutter model with no true identity of their own? I think those are the new McDojos. All the schools that refuse to put standards ahead of the appeasement of the loudest complaining component of their school body. The people, I almost said tribe, and I certainly don't mean that. More of a syndicate than a tribe. But, the group that populates their school, if you appease them, and amongst the things that they're looking to be appeased about is the right they have to not invest in your particular community, and they don't want to be labeled disloyal as a result of not refusing to commit to your community. What they also want acknowledged then is that you are just like any other place that they attend. So what do I mean by that? They don't want you to hold them to a standard that's unique to your culture. They don't want you to treat them in a way where they do not have an equal say at times in what it is that they're going to do. They want to be treated as having some influence when they've never done the work to develop the expertise or earn the authority. So who are the real McDojos? Who are the ones that, just look like any other ones? And I would say it's those schools that accommodate the people that are there for no other reason than themselves. Respect is at the height of the martial arts identity, the martial arts community. And by community, I mean a single body of people, a single tribe, a single group. I don't mean a bunch of those individual training environments that happen to just collectively share a culture. No. When we show respect, we acknowledge the appreciation we have for the existence of the experience, for the existence of the alliance, for the existence of the value in general. Respect has to lead first. And part of being respectful as a student in the martial arts is that when you show up, you should have more questions than answers.